Is the Chase Sapphire Reserve worth the $550, or should you be opting for the $95 Chase Sapphire Preferred? As someone who's had both Chase Sapphire cards for many years now, I'm going to go through 18 different factors to help you answer the question which card is right for you and your family. Number one, annual fee versus special credit. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has a $550 annual fee with a $300 travel credit. This credit is pretty lenient and you can use it for a lot of things, and pretty much if you travel, you can use it up. While the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a $95 annual fee and has a $50 hotel credit. I'm going to argue that this $50 hotel credit is pretty hard to use because it's really hard to find a hotel that's actually just $50 and you have to spend a lot more money out of pocket. So in my mind, it's a $250 annual fee versus a $95 annual fee. And if you disagree, comment below on why. Number two, what's in your wallet? It's hard to compare the Reserve versus the Preferred in isolation because many cards have overlapping benefits. For example, a newlywed couple has the Chase Sapphire Reserve as their primary card versus my family, where I'm rocking at least 6+ credit cards in my wallet. This is something to factor on how many overlapping benefits you have in your other cards versus if you're carrying one specific card. Number three, everyday spend categories. Here are Chase Sapphire Reserve's everyday spend categories. Earn 3x on dining at restaurants, including takeout, delivery services, and dining out, plus 3 points on travel worldwide after the $300 has been spent on the credits. While I believe the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a little bit better on everyday spend categories, the Preferred has 2x on travel, 3x on dining, 3x on online grocery purchases, excluding Target and Walmart, 3x on select streaming services. The Reserve has +1 on travel category, but the Preferred has many other categories that families might be using on every day, like Netflix subscription. Anybody? Number four, earning categories on Chase's dining and travel portal using cash. I purposely separated this category out because I believe a majority of people will not be using these special earning categories. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has earn 5x on flights when booking through the Chase Sapphire portal, earn 10x on total points on hotels and car rentals when you're purchasing through the Chase Sapphire portal, which is a really nice earning potential, and earning 10x on Chase dining purchases with ultimate rewards. And here's what the Chase Sapphire Preferred gets on the Chase portal. Earn 5x on travel purchases through Chase Travel. For those that are chasing hotel status, such as Hyatt Globalist Elites, unfortunately, the Chase Sapphire portal bookings will not count towards your eligible stays and counting towards elite nights. However, for a pair of my friends, they're not chasing after status. And if they're trying to maximize on getting points back, the 10x back on hotel stays would be a great feature. Spending easily $1,000 on hotel booking nights could make up the difference in the annual fees between the two cards. Now we're going to go into our travel benefits. Number five, auto rental travel collision damage waiver protection. First, I want to call it what's the same. They both have primary insurance and they both have the same duration and coverage. The difference between the two cards' coverage is in their maximum coverage. The Chase Sapphire Preferred will up to actual cash value of most rented cars, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve up to $75,000. An important fine print that they don't highlight on the webpage for the CSP, they've added the words certain vehicles are not covered by this benefit, including high value motor vehicles. And if you dig into their benefits PDF, you'll see these words specifically. I'm pretty sure most people having a Chase Sapphire Preferred aren't renting Maseratis, but here are a couple brands and car models that you might want to be watching out for. For example, Teslas, BMWs, Mercedes-Benz, and Land Rovers. So if you have a finer taste for rental cars when you're renting for yourself or your family, then I recommend the Chase Sapphire Reserve, as that rental insurance difference could make up the annual fees already. Number six, trip cancellation insurance. They both have the same 10K insurance coverage. So next, number seven, baggage day or lost baggage insurance. Both have up to $100 per day or up to 5 days. Two things I wanted to call out. There's a maximum of up to $3,000 per trip and sublimits for specific items like $500 for jewelry and $500 for cameras and electronic equipment. Both are the same. Next, number eight, trip delay insurance. The Chase Sapphire Preferred has up to $500 per ticket, but only triggers after a 12-hour or overnight delay, while the Chase Sapphire Preferred is also $500 per ticket, but has a 6-hour trigger window or overnight delay. So that difference between 6-hour window and the 12-hour trigger window That could actually make the difference between the two cards in fees. Number 9, purchase protection. Chase Sapphire Preferred covers up to $500 per claim, while the Chase Sapphire Reserve covers up to $10,000. If you're thinking about a large electronic item purchase, example like a laptop or a TV, the Chase Sapphire Reserve's higher limit could easily cover the annual fee. Number 10, roadside assistance. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has roadside assistance up to $50, while the Preferred is basically you pay out of pocket for the services rendered. While the Reserve is better on paper, I do not recommend it if you're traveling within the US. I recommend using other services like your own personal insurance that might have roadside assistance coverage add-ons, which is much, much cheaper versus what they're asking you to pay. And if this video has been helpful thus far, can you hit the like and subscribe button below to help this video reach more people. Number 13, travel accidental loss. The Preferred has up to $500,000 in coverage, and the Reserve has up to $1 million in coverage. While there's a big difference in covered losses, I really hope that this benefit is never used by anybody, so next. Number 14, emergency evacuation coverage. Only the Chase Sapphire Reserve has this coverage, and I've known family and friends that have actually used this benefit while going out on an outing. So this is something for you to consider for you and your family. Number 15, emergency mental and dental coverage. Only the Chase Sapphire Reserve has this coverage, and it's up to $2,500 with a $50 deductible. I think this is actually a great little benefit to have to cover your family. Many travel insurances require adding additional money to get dental coverage. While dental coverage add-on is not a lot for travel insurance, this could subtract between the difference of the two cards. Number 16, redeeming on the Chase portal with Chase points. Most families will most likely be using direct partner transfers to use up their Chase points versus using the Chase Sapphire travel portal. But I wanted to highlight that both Chase Sapphire cards have built-in bonuses. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has a 50% bonus, while the Chase Sapphire Preferred has a 25% bonus. For me in the past, this bonus has come in to help me when I have a specific flight plus specific date that I'm trying to travel on, and all the Saver awards have been used up. That means that I'm trying to find the next best option, and the Chase Sapphire portal redemption could actually be one of those options. So that 25% bonus on the Chase Sapphire Reserve could sway the math between booking on the Chase Sapphire portal versus booking directly with a travel partner. So if you are able to save 10,000 to 15,000 Chase Sapphire points a year using this additional option, then the Chase Sapphire Reserve is definitely worth the annual fee and difference. Number 17, the Chase Sapphire Reserve Travel Lounges. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is a clear winner if you are in need in lounges at airports, for it has none of this benefits. The Chase Sapphire Reserve has Priority Pass lounge access, and if you have no other cards that have this benefit, this lounge access benefit would be worth the annual fee difference alone, since many of the other cards and their lounges do not allow you to bring in your kids anymore. In addition, if you happen to be at an airport with Maple Leaf Lounges, the Chase Sapphire Reserve enables you access to Maple Leaf Lounges if you're flying Star Alliance. And finally, as of filming, the Chase Sapphire Lounges. Here's a full list of all the lounges available right now. Chase Sapphire Reserve can bring in 2 guests into these lounges, and I've heard they're pretty awesome. Depending on where you're based, the Chase Sapphire Lounge could be quite useful for you and make up the difference in the annual fee alone. Number 18, select vendor category bonuses. As of filming, here are the vendors that have additional bonuses for Chase Sapphire cards. These additional earning categories are very specific to family. I would not say this specific category would sway in your decision. And if you want to learn more about the Chase ecosystem, check out this video below.